Old school RuneScape leagues have been a repeated event that last 8 weeks and give us fun things like increased XP and drop rates, with the first one being Twisted League back in 2019. Fast forward to now, and we're on League 6, Demonic Pacts, and thanks to being in the hospital in the last week before the reveals, I'm coming into this one pretty blind, but it's going to be fun either way. The last time I really pushed leagues though on the UAM was back during Trailblazers Reloaded back in 2023, getting my first Dragon Cup on this account. And then during Raging Echoes, I ended up coming just short and finishing in Rune. But the room in my POH is looking a little empty, and this year I'm thinking we get another Dragon Cup to go alongside it. What's different this time? Well, this year Yama has taken the reins, and he's locked the league's tutor in a cage, and it's him who's in control now. Normally we'd start in Lumbridge, with the tutorial giving us access to Karamja as a way to show us how to unlock regions. But this time, we have to work for that too. And well, Misthalin, Yama's locked that place down too, and we no longer have access. Perhaps to keep us away from helping the cook make yet another cake, or probably to keep us away from all those Demon Bane weapons. Now, I didn't get too much time to look into what was what during the final 10 days of the reveals, and what I do know is that we have our relics as normal. But this time our combat masteries are a little different and come from a skill tree instead. And with never playing anything like Path of Exile, and the last skill tree I've ever encountered by playing anything was in Skyrim, it does look a little overwhelming, but we're gonna have a bit of fun with it either way, and honestly just wing it and see how things go. Ooh, okay, it's only been 15 minutes. The worlds are actually up now. Okay, so we've got the normal tutorial. Oh my, oh my god, it's laggy as shit. Holy shit. It did take me about 30 seconds sometimes for clicks to register, so I'm going to skip through this a little bit. But I will say it was a pretty smooth launch overall, which was quite nice, especially being on Jagex accounts. Now, I was hit with decision paralysis with this because I didn't know whether to go with Barbarian Gathering or Endless Harvest in the end. But I did end up going with Endless Harvest because honestly, I can't give up the ability to just be able to AFK at spots endlessly. It just sounded way too good. After this, I was hit with the skill tree, and honestly, I kind of just sped through this because it was a little bit much, and I decided I'd fix it later, and kind of just picked the first one in the middle and went through the tutorial and carried on. After this, I went to go grab my pet, the first thing I always do at the start of the league, and I noticed my omelet was missing. You can tell that I was kind of sad. Oh, hell yeah. Wait, wait, where's my Olm pet? The only ones that are there for some reason for me are Venonartis Spiderling, a Heron pet, and a little creator. Hopefully any missing pets get added later on, but if not, I mean, hey, I'm gonna be going Zaya like I always do because I really enjoy Chambers and I really want the Dusted pet. So hopefully they add them back again. No. Well, now, like I said before, when I started, I didn't really know what I was going to be doing. I kind of just ended up following everyone else and running around the agility course doing the stepping stones. I didn't really know what I was going to do, so I opened the wiki and looked for the task list. It was honestly from there pretty easy to get going, but let's jump through and speed through a couple of little bits that we ended up doing. First one, right off the rip, we pickpocketed a citizen, which was normally a task every time. So did that, got the task, and then realized I had another demonic pact and opened it up, was overwhelmed and closed it again because I, at that point, had no idea what I was going to be doing. At the start, a bunch of us all jumped in a voice chat, and someone found out pretty quick that turning off and on your run energy was a task, so we did that one too. Now, as with most leagues, I ended up playing for probably about 12 hours on release and have a good amount of stuff to get through. So I think we should probably speed through a little bit and stop on any ways that anything was important. I'm trying to pet this stupid dog, but it won't let me pet him because it's a one player interaction at a time thing. Oh, wait, yeah, we can put stuff into demonic packs, can't we? I completely forgot about that. Almost 400 points in, and it was when I finally realized that I should probably start putting some things into the packs. So I had a little look. Um, where am I going? Whenever you regenerate ammo, I'm going into range to start, I think. Wait, no. Are we going into melee or mage? What are we doing? Hey, going melee kind of makes sense because if we're gonna go like straight into like moons to get moons gear. And that was that. I decided I'm probably going to end up going towards the blind bag to get all of the extra hits because if we're going to be going moons, we're going to be meleeing everything and then ideally going right into chambers. So having some good melee stuff right off the rip would have been good. Seeing we need to make some leather chaps, I went to Sonaris and a lot of other people were there too, and I ended up just giving up. Oh, I'm not even going to bother doing this yet. So I ran over to Cheldar, got a task, and of course she gave me cows because why wouldn't she? Then I thought, oh, I'll go try and kill a cow again because of the cow task, and yeah, no, not even. There wasn't even a chance. This basically became the lesser demon task of this league, and I just decided I'll come back at a later time and do this. Next, it was off to Alderin and picking grapes, and I learned I might be a bit blind. Feel like I'm like actually blind. Wonder if you can actually like right click and mark them. At this point, I didn't really know what I wanted to do for money or skilling or anything, but somebody mentioned they were following, I think it was Foe's Guide, and said that the gem store in Alderin was pretty good money to get going. So I ran down there. I looked at the guide real quick and it said, oh, you should have this much money when you got there. I didn't, and I couldn't even get the gems, so I kind of just ignored it again. You should have 350k up to this step. I do not have that. I ended up going back to Civitell and then buying some more soda ash and some more sand, blowing glass, getting up to at least 20 so I could start trying to somewhat snowball some money from sapphires, and then headed back to the Alderan gem store and started getting a little bit of money started. Buy sand and soda ash from the charter. Steal cakes from the like area and you can sell them. I think they're only like 20 GP each, but you don't need that much, so it's pretty quick. I might just go straight to level 50 crafting just to get it out of the way, just to get the level 50 task. How's it looking? I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It'd be worse, you could open Fish's inventory and just see bronze bar. Oh, hell yeah, level 50. Where's the fucking stove? Oh, hi, Tiwi. Damn. Tiwi sitting here 18 combat already. It's bright red. Just bright red when I clicked you. Oh, I just spent like 40k on feathers because I forgot feather packs automatically opened. Now, this won't be my first mistake, it won't be my last, but I mean, hey, at least it wasn't too expensive. And speaking of mistakes, here's a full inventory of pineapples because my left click was still to buy 50. Oh, I can unlock a new relic. Okay. What are we going? Are we going Friendly Forager, Woodsman, or Hotfoot? I'm going Zaya, so Herblore isn't going to be an issue. So Friendly Forager feels kind of, fuck it, we're going Hotfoot. You mean I'm not in the bank? Let's get these stupid little booties on. Get running. Do you mean that I'm fishing and I fished up more big fishing nets while using a big fishing net? This is a new league. New league means new vibes, and the vibes are good. How many echo? Whilst you're like, oh, hello, sandwich lady, let's fucking go. Square sandwich, give me a pie. There we go. Upset the sandwich lady, 30 points. Did she hit you with the did she hit you with the baguette? It's like, no, but she should have done. I'll probably end up keeping the boots on until 99 and then just switching them. Oh, I'm losing my mind. I just keep getting big fishing nets. Yeah, I'm trying to get the stupid fucking house key. I just keep getting big fishing nets. Big fishing net. Oh, boot. There's a few people here saying that they're all Endless Harvest, asking if Endless Harvest is broken because they're not getting keys. You know, fuck. As I was just about to say, fuck it, I'm leaving. I got the keys. I do. Get out of me pockets. I, I open up public chat. I open up public chat. I just see Tiwi, Fox. I'm gonna touch you. Yeah, no, don't touch me. It's not a task. It's good. It's good to know that when you get off the Renu or Reno at Auburn if you drink the tea on the tile you like come in on, it doesn't count as the task. That's I, I didn't even consider that. Yeah, you'll be using like you could just punch the guardians at chambers. Everyone's wearing pink skirts, red capes, and fucking brown aprons. Someone in our clan just asked why Bulma is death piling during leagues. My main goal TV was to try and get to chambers within about 6 or 7 hours or so. So just realized if I go to the wilderness again, I'm gonna have to go try and get the RTO pet again, aren't I? I need to finish the wilderness pets. What was it I did last time? I think I did like 6 or 700 or even more RDO KC last league because I sat there I just wanted to get it and I just didn't get it. At this point, I was 2 hours in. I was kind of getting used to things a little bit more, getting used to where the tasks were, AFKing a little bit, doing some other woodcutting tasks while looking through the task list. And I felt like I was at least making some decent progress. I still didn't really know 100% my regions I wanted, but I was pretty much still dead set on going Zaya next to be able to jump straight into chambers. But apart from that, yeah, I'm kind of just still winging it at this point. And even now, recording this afterwards, I still am now. Careful, if you get a ZCB and start making ruby bolts, you might get banned. It's actually kind of nuts though, because there's a guy that used to do YouTube videos called Sears, and he stopped uploading, stopped doing a bunch of stuff. But if you check his high scores, he's gradually over the last year or two now been getting 600 next KC a day, and he's currently rank 4 with 66,599 KC. Well, he had a big old crash out where he posted a video about cryptocurrencies and a bunch of other shit, and yeah, he's definitely bought it. What do you mean I don't have anything I can burn on the? I don't have. There's me wondering why don't I have anything that I can burn? Why can't I burn my maple logs? And I'm sat here with 16 fire making. At this point, I'd just about unlocked the next tier of relic, and it was time for tier 3. And honestly, all the teleports, they kind of seemed great, but the biggest one that stuck out to me was Evil Eye, because I don't really like running to and from bosses. So being able to just teleport back and forth honestly made a big difference in what I ended up going with. 3, let's fucking go. It's gonna go
All right, congrats
straight
on
into
bank
Evil Eye.
heist. Congrats,
Oh yeah.
on bank
Say
heist.
congrats on Bank Heist.
Fuck's sake. You're a huge bank heist enjoyer.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to go with Evil Eye. Being able to go to all of the bosses, just that on its own, just
Yeah.
teleporting to each moon of peril individually as well. Yes, please. My one pet peeve with moons is running between all of the rooms. So
Yeah.
that on its own just sells it to me. At this point, Tiwi called out in the voice chat that there was a star that had fallen and it was near the Fortis Bank. So I quickly ran, got 10 mining, and then quickly got that task done too. A little bit later, I realized I still hadn't killed a hill giant for the third pact, so I quickly went over and found that it seemed like a bunch of extra than normal were all around here, but got one killed, got the pact, and then ended up putting it into Blindbag, which is what my melee build is probably going to be leaning towards for the start of this, but it probably, with the 3 resets we get, it's probably going to change if I'm honest. At this point, it was around 3 hours into the league. I had a little bit of a better grasp on things, and I kind of knew the direction I wanted to go with what combat I wanted. At this point, with my first reset, with everything I could pick, I was going to go with melee. It'd make chambers easier, it'd make moons easier, it'd make things just a lot more comfortable with later on with combat. And with having people in the voice chat that I'd be raiding with going in different routes, it would honestly kind of make a little bit more sense me going melee. With a little bit more time and a little bit more tasks done, a few little bits and bobs, I'd say probably finished off. It was actually kind of time to finish a lot more and finally get up to tier 4. And honestly, tier 4, the biggest one for me ended up being transmute. Being able to take runes into whatever I needed to make money, being able to change seeds into what I needed for herb lore. It kind of stuck out to me as the most sort of universally helpful one, and especially with going Zaya, having access to seed packs and farming contracts, being able to turn all the seeds into essentially infinite spirit seeds, it kind of felt like a no-brainer. How can I forget? It also gave option to fix prayer for me too, which meant being able to turn all ashes into infernal ashes or bones into superior bones. So it solved prayer for me too, which was another nice big one. And with being able to turn the bones from chickens into Dagonoth bones, it meant that within a few minutes I already had overheads. At this point, I was told that you could get an anti-dragon shield from the Slayer Master Cheldar in Zenaris, so I quickly ran over there, grabbed one of those, and headed to the Brimhaven dungeon to go and kill a steel dragon because I wanted that pact point. Because right now, it's pretty much the only one I could get to be able to progress on my demonic pacts. So I quickly grabbed the shield, ran on over, and hopefully got the kill. Time to pray a little melee and then a little magic.
Time to die.
Just a wave spell, 80 points. Let's go. And very similar to my wipe, Sins of the Father, I ended up killing the Steel Dragon, but it did also kill me. But I mean, hey, again, it counts. So that's the next pack point done. Thank you. It killed me.
I knew it.
Oh,
I killed it killed me. So with that, that was my seventh pact. And this one went into being able to double melee range because with a little bit of more funny stuff later on, it's going to come in quite a little bit more handy with making PVM a little bit more interesting. After this, it was time to actually train some proper combat stats again, so I ended up going and grabbing a Slayer task from Cheldar. She gave me Moss Giants at first, which went by pretty quick, and with the double length on the 200 weapons now, I could save spot them all. And after this, she wasn't as kind. She gave me Greater Demons, and the only ones I had access to were in the Brimhaven dungeon, and they took way too long to kill, so I just ended up leaving this task for now. But hopefully you guys are having a lot more fun, and or if not as much fun as I am with leagues this time. And yeah, let me know what builds you're doing and any advice on the pacts because I'm still kind of blind on it. I've seen a few little builds here and there, but the majority of it I've kind of tried to avoid as well for the sake of trying to just go into it a little bit blind. Well, more blind than being in the hospital 10 days prior to it being shown, but yeah. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully tomorrow we get some chambers done and get a few purples because we're probably going to just send CMs. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.